What's up everyone, it's Salomarle and today we're renovating the legendary LANDGRAAB mansion in The Sims 4. So the LANDGRAAB family is a wealthy family dynasty which resides in the Sunset Valley in The Sims 3. In The Sims 2, I think it's called Bluewater Village, and of course Oasis Spring in The Sims 4. So the LANDGRAAB Industries is featured prominently in both buildings named in SimCity 3000 and branding through objects in The Sims. So most of the family's wealth appears to come from property and real estate. They're associated more with residential property buildings, a role which surfaced in The Sims the busting out, I think, when most of the towns seem to fail to pay their rent. And in other Sims game, they are more associated with like commercial property, giving the LANDGRAAB name literally meaning the grabbing the land. And the LANDGRAAB fortune, or at least a sizable part of it, presumably dates back to a historical figure named Gregory LANDGRAAB, who does not appear in any known version of the LANDGRAAB family tree. If you have the Sims 2 seasons, a chance card for the adventurer career reads as follows. Around the turn of the century, Gregory LANDGRAAB, a humble school teacher, suddenly came into a great deal of money and became one of the wealthiest landowners around. This was never explained, though many theories suggest a foul play and the Ministry of Adventure has tasked with solving the case once and for all. And after a great deal of research, he believes he's one of the two people who have the answers what they need, which is a Spencer Oswald, the LANDGRAAB's accountant, or the local fortune teller, the gypsy, who should bring it in for questioning. So that's pretty weird, but there's definitely something sketchy going on here. But the LANDGRAAB family appears in The Sims 4, which takes in place in an alternative universe from previous game of the series. The family can be found living in the mansion Oasis Spring, which I'm renovating right now. Is made up of the three family members who appeared in The Sims 3, Joffrey, Nancy, and Malcolm. And like their former intercation, Joffrey and Nancy are adults, and Malcolm, however, has been aged up from child to a teenager. And one notable difference between the universes is that while Malcolm in The Sims 3 had the good trait, Malcolm in The Sims 4 is evil, and Nancy, who was portrayed as like a snobbish but overall kind businesswoman in the former, is a career criminal in the latter. And meanwhile, though Joffrey's personality remains almost unchanged because why not? His career is changed from medicine to secret agent, something which the family bio implies will create tension in his marriage to Nancy once it emerges that they operate on opposite sides of the law. And of course, the fourth member of the LANDGRAAB family, Johnny Zest, appears in Oasis Spring in The Sims 4, though he neither lives with the rest of the family nor shares their last name. And Johnny's bio explains that the family disowned him when he announced his intention to become a professional comedian, and that subsequently he now uses his stage name all the time. And it is not specified whether Johnny is the son of Jeffrey and Nancy, and therefore the brother of Malcolm, a sibling of Nancy's, or a more distant relative. But their description goes, the LANDGRAABs are old money. Nancy's family more or less founded the town, so it was no surprises that when she married Joffrey, it was Joffrey who changed his last name, not Nancy. Will young Malcolm be a mild-mannered doctor like his father, or a voracious business tycoon like his mother? So his description says that Joffrey is in the medical career, but actually he's in secret agent now. And my favorite sim in the LANDGRAAB family is definitely Nancy LANDGRAAB, because I feel like if Joffrey would be a spice, he would be a flower. And Malcolm is like, I don't know, he is definitely something else. So my fave sim is Nancy LANDGRAAB. She's an adult who is 18 days away from becoming an elder, and she works as a minor crime lord in the criminal career, quite a big difference from her Sims 3 counterpart, who worked in business and has a fabulously wealthy aspiration. She has 4 skill points in charisma, 1 in comedy, 3 in fitness, and 2 in programming. And she sweethearts with Joffrey and friends with Malcolm and does not have any relationship outside her family. It is so interesting because I did some digging, and according to the interactive map of the Senmai Shuno, as a young woman, she toyed with the idea of becoming an artist and lived for several years in the arts quarter before settling into her current career and lifestyle. And there was a Twitter post promoting The Sims 4 high school years, shows Nancy as a teen as a teenager with a much larger nose, implying she had plastic surgery to change it. And many simmers already assumed that she had plastic surgery, more specifically lip fillers and a breast augmentation. And this post definitely confirms it as well. And prior to the release of The Sims 4 high school years, the Sims team released a promotional image of base game adult and young adult sim as teens, which included Nancy Landgrab, and her traits were snob and materialistic, and she has one of the new teen aspiration, giving her the relatable reward trait. She likes the color purple, pop music, and fitness. And furthermore, teen Nancy is not romantically attracted to neither men nor women and is exploring romantically and willing to mess around with both men and women. And this might relate to her future plans, as well as the fact that she is an heiress and might not be looking for love. And Nancy and the other teen sims can be downloaded from the Couple Day class of 2000 households from Max's page on the gallery. So if you're really interested, I would advise you to take a quick look at it, because I think it's like quite interesting to see how Nancy developed over years. I mean, she being in a criminal career kind of checks out, but I think I much prefer the Nancy as a businesswoman with some kind of like evil intentions at the background. And as I said, I don't like Malcolm or Jeffrey in my gameplay. I kind of like Johnny Zest because I like that he says like no to everything and then go on his own. But you know, as I said, I already renovated his own his own place. Plus I gave him like a cost, like a renovation, creative sim renovation and everything, just to give him like a fresh start. And you know, before that I never read any description, and I really had some relation between Nancy and Johnny, which is like disgusting. But anyway, I'm not gonna talk about that definitely, but I will link the video up in the corner. You can check out from there. And as I said, I really don't like Malcolm and Jeffrey, and when I play as them, I always marry Malcolm with the Cassandra Goth, because I feel like Nancy kind of likes it. Even though Goth family and LANDGRAAB family were not really getting along in the old like Sims franchise, I think it's more beneficial for the both like very big families to combine. So I will always like marry Malcolm with Cassandra, and then they like have some kids and stuff, and I just move out. And since the last update with the I don't think it came to high school years, I think it came with the growing together, I always have a science baby with Nancy just by herself, not with Joffrey. And then she says like, oh yeah, I'm pregnant, Joffrey, we're expecting a little baby girl. And then she's just like want to give everything that she knows in this entire like universe to her, and then make her the heir of this like LANDGRAAB fortune or something, because she already gave hope on Johnny Says, which she had as a teenager, which is like kind of weird, because when she was a teenager she doesn't want anything romantically. She was just exploring stuff, and then she got pregnant, which means that Johnny Zest was her firstborn when she had as a teenager, which is like kind of, I don't know, weird. And I find it like quite interesting. And then she just gave up. I think she really loved Johnny. But then, you know, since Johnny went away, she ended up with Malcolm, and Malcolm is like a little, how can I say nicely? I don't know, Malcolm gives me like stupid evil vibe, like, you know, like ironically stupid kind of person. I don't know, I don't want to be rude or anything, but they're not real characters anyway. So I think Nancy is kind of like disappointed both in herself and both in Jeffrey. I think she gets along with Jeffrey well because he's a secret agent, so he's like the other side of the law, and so she just wants to, you know, keep in mind that she's safe because she's a criminal. So yeah, that's the whole entire story as the LANDGRAABs and what I think of them. Thank you for coming for my TED Talk. Anyway, back to the build. So I'm building this like horrendously big house. I put like 3 cars. There's a fake car, just got it from the debug menu, and that I think like that orange car is definitely Nancy's because she likes like orange and stuff. I gave like a huge basketball court. Of course, there's like a huge pool with some nice like lounging areas, and I put all these like agave plants everywhere since it's like a desert. I thought it's like fit the theme. And of course they have like little water fountains in the front of the building, and there's like a huge pool with some like nice whirlpools and stuff. So since they have lots of money, they can afford water in the desert. You know, there's like literally no question about it. If there will be one family who has like a pool and lots of like water everywhere, that would be LANDGRAABs for sure. I put this outdoor shower kind of thing because, you know, normally before you're using the pool you take a nice shower, and I really love the outdoor showers. And of course, since they're super rich, they will have like some yacht and like, I don't know, some kind of boat situation, because why not? So I gave them two. And then after that, this area was kind of like there was nothing, so I put like a greenhouse. In my opinion, like in my like gameplay or like idea, they're not growing any like fruits or vegetables. It's just like endemic flowers and endemic plants, because why not? They would obviously have it. Like in here you can see all these like weird plants and some flowers and stuff. You know, I think it would be really nice. Also, I really like that. Like when I was touring the build, as you will see in a minute, it was looking really pretty, so I just kept it. So let's take a quick look at this mansion. So when you first enter, there's like two sofas right in the front, and when you go back on the right, you end up with a little like powder room, because I think it really needs a powder room in the first floor, since there's like the living room, the dining room, kitchen, everything over there. And there's this big kitchen. I really like this color scheme. That rug is my favorite rug. I think it came with the Growing Together expansion pack. And here's like a little like little like room, which I put every appliances that looks not pretty. This is the outside lounge room. There's of course a little bar, the grill, and outside seating with some like nice fireplace, because in the desert in the evenings must be very cold. I don't know, I've never been in desert, but like at least from the knowledge of my like geographical stuff, it must be very cold. And I put the fireplace back in the right spot. Don't worry about it, I fixed it before uploading on the gallery. This is the living room and the formal dining room situation, and when you walk through there, there's a little office for Nancy. I kept it quite simple, and I think this color scheme looks really nice. This is like really mid-century modern house. When you go upstairs on the right, this is Malcolm's room. You know, I think just Nancy hired some interior designers to put everything together, and he has like no right to say anything. This is a little bathroom area. This has like a huge outside space, which I really love. I didn't put anything because I was running off like a creative juice, so I just like let it empty. If you download this, you can just place some stuff in there. And this room is Jeffrey and Nancy's bedroom. It's like very calm, very blue, and very like, you know, nice living space for them. And outside I put like a little chair and some table, and they have like a nice view in the front. And of course they also have their own private bathroom. Yeah, and for the outside, when you go from that direction, as you know, we have like a little parking spot, we have a little bin corner, and the huge basketball yard. I think it looks really nice, especially with that like fencing and stuff. We have a pool, and on the other side we have the greenhouse, as I mentioned, which they keep the endemic flowers and everything. So yeah guys, I hope you really like this. I will link down below with my username and everything if you want to download this on gallery. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.